Does it just always go down after the match?
Huh?
Aren't you his biggest fan? That's what he says.
I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah, he says you're.
I like I've ever seen.
He's terrible.
Wait, Leslie's doubling.
Because I totally wrecked Carrick the other day.
In Mario Tennis?
Bruh.
Oh my god, Tetris 99 immediately being added.
Tarek is probably one of the worst gamers outside
I always saw
of,
this clip,
like,
actually. Bro, Ludwig's such a hater, dog.
I've ever seen.
He's terrible.
Wait, Leslie's doubling. Leslie?
Bro, especially at Big Brain Academy, that guy cannot tell time on the
Oh,
clock.
One player game.
nah,
That
she
boy
brought it up.
is something else. Oh my god.
We have to do it on stream now.
Huh?
Aren't you his biggest fan? That's what he says.
I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah, he says you're.
I like the way
you're
his
a real
triceps look.
fanboy.
I don't very much care for how he plays single player games. He walks around like a damned animal.
Who? Bro, why is God, this guy? All right, we have to beat the allegations. 5v5. What is it called? 5v5 Tuesday. 5v5 Tuesday. This is my chance to redeem my name, dog.
What they do, and yet they do not beat them. Yet nobody has actually managed
What the fuck are all
to
these
take
toys
them
Boaster
down,
has on his desk?
despite
What the fuck is all
saying
this?
that, all of the anti it's
in EMEA ended.
Times
the
since first
VCT.
strike.
So
First strike,
always
what
going
a
to be
throwback.
interesting, of course. This is a matchup that has happened so many times, all the way back to first strike. So that was before even I was here.
I remember.
And I'm old.
Many months ago.
Hey.
Yeah, of course.
We're all
Dad's been
young
a member of a lot
in
of those
spirit.
looking back at last year, but it was a team that he didn't have, I guess, the pressure over that mold in the way that he wanted to. Now, this is his team.
Fast ramp
Let's see if
control
he can
into
lead them
ropes.
to victory
Oh, he's on, I
over
think.
Fnatic.
He's on, right?
As we're saying to me earlier, Tom and VCT, the O3s don't go their
Wait,
way. That's
what?
a sneaky play by
Crashy's
Nets.
died?
Right up the rope. Goes past one and takes him down. Fnatic, though, trading blows for the most part. It's left Boaster
Oh
alone.
my god, what
Coming
just
into
happened
this
there?
game, he's got the highest clutch
That was so
percentage
confusing,
alongside
Cavallo.
Camo, but that one just took a hit.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't have the Boaster smoke
How
to help
did
him out in
Crashies
this
die?
scenario, so it will be the pistol
5v5
going the
in
way
ropes,
of Liquid.
actually.
As it was mentioned on the desk, it is something that especially Fnatic have been known to have very hot starts on this map. In fact, when they started defense last time, they went 8-4, and then the time before that they started attack and they went 8-4, and the time before that they started defense and they went 8-4, and then the time before that they started on attack and they went 8-4, and the time before that was attack again and 9-3, so they ruined it. But that was
Pattern's gone.
the point made. Fnatic always start strong and then actually teeter out a little bit in the second half. We've seen OTs for them.
5 towards
Liquid,
A.
on the other hand,
Look at that Viper
they've
wall.
only
What the
lost this
fuck?
map once this year, 8
Defense
times
Viper wall?
played. And that was
Good
in
for
a
retake,
mega
huh? Really good for
OT
retake.
versus EDG.
It's actually nice.
So, I mean, EDG, you know,
Acceptable team.
kind of a good team.
Acceptable team to lose to.
Did make it to Masters though, which is mad. I still can't believe that's a thing. It doesn't make sense to me. Champion's curse in full force. For now, though, of course, minor investments. It's an opportunity, especially looking at Kiko, to try and farm up some orbs. Got that Outlaw in play. Shots fired. And well, hit. He doesn't get the orb.
Careful
Chill.
Fnatic, as you said, very weak investment. It looks like the idea to pressure towards this B side, even just limit testing what they can get away with. TP goes in, no immediate reaction. Starting to get a sense for how those rotations have come through. They pressure Serial
nice shot
up
there
close,
too.
but there's the Outlaw in full effect. A double from
Kiko, good
saves
start for
any
Kiko.
further damage.
Really good start
Could've
for
got
Kiko.
dicey if they got control of the site, but Liquid were quick to react.
And that's exactly what they wanted. That's orbs farmed
Do they
up
have
for
armor?
Kiko
I think they're gonna have a couple
delay
lights.
already for that showstopper.
One light.
He's definitely been a player that I think needs no introduction, but still needs to be highlighted. Like, he has had an incredible season kickoff. I think not really even arguable that he was the best player. An incredible performance from him individually, and also flexing between that controller and obviously coming up with that double duelist. Liquid.
Kiko,
well,
I got it.
it's not quite the full rifles for them, but they are very good in these sort of
What was I
scenarios.
saying?
We'll see if they
Keiko?
can do it in the
Kiko.
bonus.
Now we see the Outlaw again, but it's swapped hands to give Kiko a rifle. Both of those players end up falling immediately. Fnatic
Wow, they read that
not
so
pulling any
well.
punches as Boaster through the smoke drops camo.
Dude, they got
All right,
these
well,
kills so quickly.
we
Holy
didn't get
shit.
to talk about potential in this round because there was quite a lot of it. Serial was one of the players coming in with a weaker weapon. He's been able to upgrade at least. Not on the Spectre anymore, but it's over the corpse of his teammates, now leaving Patatek and himself. You say to do it all normally, but this isn't a round they're likely to win at this point.
Round by
Question of damage
Fnatic.
comes into play.
I mean, low-key,
Really
these
want
guns
to
are
see
fine
some
to
of these
save.
players fall for Fnatic. Crashies
It's good to
low,
save,
10
deny
HP,
their orbs,
Boaster on 55. There's definitely potential.
save some money.
I think Patty as well just has to save. Like, you look at Nats
Oh,
already
Serial's
down on
dead.
100 credits.
should hide
You
in
at
the
least
corner.
need to hold on to one of these
Nah,
rifles.
he's gonna be greedy.
Probably shouldn't be the
Greedy,
Bulldog,
greedy,
so
greedy.
Serial's
That's
going to go
greedy.
looking, but he is found immediately by the side of Fnatic. Around looking squeaky clean for them, as good as you can get in terms of these third-round purchases.
This
And
guy's
to be
called
honest,
Serial
my
Killer?
highlight going into this, and it's,
This guy took my shit?
Yeah.
Serial killer?
I think he's just trying to pick off one. It's not worth it, though.
No, it's a big cost.
And an in-zone flawless comes off the back of it. Yeah, I think a gun lost in a scenario where it really didn't have that much of a benefit.
Wow.
And I want to see now what that's going to do
It's
in terms
ADS
of damage
too.
to the economy. Because as I said, Nats did not have enough to buy into this next round.
That's because of that rifle they bought up that ends up being lost, giving it to Kiko. The idea being,
Tech?
if he just grabs that
no.
one kill, an orb
And
maybe
so it
early
begins.
on
It's
or
always the
late
second
after
series of
control
the
is
day.
seized, you've got a showstopper and a real opportunity to fight your But the reality is as well, not only are they close,
Have played it a couple of times, experimented with Nats can do anything. Already an aggressive start to the round. Camo going looking, and it's the bait and switch, but
I mean,
Camo
it could have
actually
been good.
predicts
It
he's
could have
ready
been
for
good, the bait
Chronicle.
and switch.
Obviously, an important part of the game plan is clearing Chronicle from that A site. Lurks around that part of the map so regularly.
They're going to go back
Because
to
of
A
that, you
still.
can see the immediate response from Fnatic is, okay, we have to
I
spread
like the
out
call.
and go back and clear some of these angles. We can't
Back to
allow
A.
Liquid
Am I going to watch
to
Face
have this
Simple
much
next
space
weekend?
for free.
I don't know the timing, but there's a chance. I don't know.
yeah, but we'll find nothing.
Could be
Super passive
fun
play towards B. You
if
talk
there's
about map
a
control
place for
free,
it.
but there's nothing being taken by the defensive side. It means they're going to be a little bit more delayed
How do
in
they take looks
reacting
from
to
him?
this split that's
Be
coming
honest, you won't
through.
watch it?
Fnatic
I am being honest
from
that
main
I don't
and
know.
from
Like, I
vents
could
with a
watch it.
Stinger in hand and already heavily damaged up. That's really not in the best of positions to keep this advantage in their favor.
Good molly.
Snake bite goes down. That's going to
30
delay them.
seconds.
They've got teammates coming to
Wall.
link up, and the wall up is going to stop.
Now they
any
know it's
site
probably A.
lines for Camo. This is
Nats,
a
how
tough
many?
position.
One?
Nats, so he's got the close range angle. He's being spotted.
That
The
clone
decoy
was
blinds
good.
him. Great
Yoru.
play by Kayak. They'll get themselves towards
Camo?
the site,
Flash?
but now
No.
the rotations are coming in, and there's only
One
12
kill.
seconds to get this
2
spike
kills.
planted. Pressure.
3
there's
kills.
Camo. Picks up
Camo.
4. It's not quite the ace, and
Camo
it's
is
not
good?
Nats doing it, but a round's a round. Team Liquid 3-1 up.
Close enough. I'll take that as a prediction. You know, I'll add it to
I'm
the
sure
topic.
that's how that works, Tom. I'm not going to give it to you. Flag on the play.
No, I like that.
Camo's
Just
good.
They know that a lot of the time Chronicle is going to be isolated, so they go aggro. I say they. Camo goes aggro, finds that opener, and then from then on it is basically the Camo show, just being able to hold onto that site almost solo, moves himself up the board and breaks back immediately. Now, as you
Force
mentioned
from
before,
Fnatic.
Fnatic managed to
5
keep
light
that
armor.
round flawless, so they
Ramp
are going to have
control.
a purchase into this next, but they are now on their last legs once again. And look at the ultimates already for Liquid. Showstopper available, Dimensional Drift 1 away.
They
They have
faked
a lot
it,
of
I
advantages
guess.
in this round.
The last play really falling apart as you just see these players cascading into the site with so
Who's
little
looking
time
Buster? Yeah.
and offering up isolated duels. I mean, Camo's eaten well,
Oh,
but he's
he
given those chances.
got
This
out.
time it's not quite so easy, but he almost gets one. The bullets luckily dodged the head by
They're going to
an
commit.
inch.
They're going in.
And the rotation's already coming through. Team Liquid, 3 players towards the site, but only 1 on it, and the gate crash used to get right out of there.
what
Showstopper
happened?
fired in, but it's Kiko who ends up falling. Chronicle fires right back through that smoke and ends up packing the punch that gets Viper's Pit to the
Wow.
site. They can now use that to lock it down, but
Wow,
they're
good cover.
picking off scalps. Never mind.
both teams are shooting.
No ults needed by the looks of things.
Both teams
it's
are
Nats
shooting.
and Serial with a
I'm
big challenge
surprised
on their
with,
hands.
Fnatic took that.
Got killed
Liquid
through
was
the
kinda set
corner
up
of the
for
fake
it.
out. That was a nice shot from Alpha here, and while for the remaining 2, It almost seems impossible
He has
already.
to save.
Yeah, I think again, just realizing that the economy is against them here. A faster pace for Fnatic, and honestly, that has been one of
Someone
my
in
main
chat is
worries
watching
when
you on the
watching the
plane?
squad and the
How?
attack
You
is they
can't.
do
The
leave
plane
it
Wi-Fi
down
is
to the
not good
wire
enough
so
for,
regularly.
live
Like, the amount
streams.
of times you'll see an execution with 20, 15, sometimes even 10 seconds left on the clock. So this time,
But I
much
always
more of
have
a
said
pacey
this.
take.
It would be
Openers
awesome
going
to
their
see an
way.
airline
And
partner
even
up
with
with
the
Twitch.
showstopper thrown in,
Because
I
imagine
think
you
it
could
was
watch live
Chronicle
streams
must have
while you're in the
picked
air.
Kiko out of the air just after
Like, I
he
feel like that would be
fired
kind of sick.
it. That will be a second round on the board, and no hunting this time for the side of Fnatic. They just want to keep their own economy strong.
Yeah, the rocket almost acted like a tracer for Chronicle. He knew that player's flying backwards through the air, and he tracked them perfectly. A round up for Fnatic, and we talked about their economy being so strong. That's why they got that second bite of the cherry. Round 4 not going their way.
There's
Wasn't a
planes
death
with Starlink
sentence.
on it.
Thanks
What's
to round 3
Starlink?
being
Satellite
so
internet or something?
clean. That gets them on the board here early on. Keeps that score line tight. But Team Liquid, well, they're in a similar boat. They'll still be able to invest
But it's
coming
like
into
fiber
this.
or
The
no?
problem is if Fnatic get boots on the ground, because Chronicle has had that early start. Viper's Pit's already online.
Yeah.
And that's going to be very difficult to fight back through. Nobody knows that better than Nats.
It's like 200 megabytes per second.
Opening fight for middle.
It's mid
seems to be
latency, but
the
okay
play.
speeds. I see. I mean, I think I've heard of
Spams
Starlink,
in
but I don't know the
towards
specifics
Nats's
of it.
position, but this is more of a ruse. In fact, Chronicle has placed the wall
There's a
and then
fiber
is already
cable from the satellite to the
immediately
plane? I was
rotating
wondering the
towards B
speeds.
side. There
Okay,
is
here we
no
go.
plan for a lurk, a late play back. This looks like a direct hit in towards the B side.
W beyond. Oh, that's
Flash
wait. We saw
coming in
Fnatic this the other day.
He's got his gate crash to get right onto the side, so he might look like he's a little too far away. Alpha here,
Alpha,
though,
nice
paving
shot,
the
though.
way. Only the one to
Good
be found.
trade.
Kiko. He's had a lights out
Viper
start
rolls
to
big
this
here.
map. The battle between himself and Alpha here is something that has to be highlighted. You imagine Alpha has the upper hand. Certainly recent performances on this map. Some of them have looked great for him. Camo on his way through.
They want to
got the
play for
flash to
heaven?
work with.
This is greedy.
Going all the way to backside, just opening up the info for his teammates. Viper's Pit, though, put in as the pressure's applied.
He spotted everybody, though. He knows that
They
the
know
majority are
one's
locked
won.
towards the backside, but they have missed out on Crashies
Oh
potentially
my God, fake
slipping
clone.
the net. He was looking to just round
Fake
that
clone.
backline, but has decided to delay.
You want to do it again,
Wait
pussy?
patiently to
Oh,
come
that'd be
back in.
crazy.
I like the idea from Camo. He faked out that he was the
Oh,
decoy,
Viper.
but he couldn't quite find Chronicle.
Bro,
He's
why
too
are we
deep
watching the
in
Crashies
there. They've
CT,
got him
brother?
eventually, though.
This is
Moser
the last-
falls
this is
with
the
him.
only
Crashies
guy
now
you
up
should've
close,
watched
finds
there.
one. Defuse already up to half, and he knows that that player had to come off the defuse. Biding time here. Kiko trying to force
Nice
the
try.
fight, and he will get the duel
Big clutch.
eventually. But it's
Crashies.
Crashies to clutch
He had
it
full
out.
Util
A
still.
Red Bull clutch
The
to
siege is tough
equalize.
there. I mean, it's losable
Solid round from
actually.
him. As
So
I said,
Crashies the good.
When you had
It's actually
Camo going
losable.
back in with that dimensional drift, he spotted everybody, but the one player that managed to slip through that pit in towards the spawn and just hold on to ground
That kill
was the
heaven,
one that
dude.
ended up winning it. I think just the surprise factor of where Crashies ended up
I
being.
like these two. I like these two.
And what we really have seen sort of the... We've seen the development of him
I
as
like
a
the
player.
Fnatic
Like,
coaches.
when he
I don't know,
first
they
was
seem goofy
picked
as
up
hell.
into this roster, I definitely had doubts. But the form he has found, the maps he's even won. I look
Oh.
towards Fracture, and individually it's a great map for
okay.
him. I can only assume that was an
I know I'm
immediate
hating, but-
pre-fire shot on B main. It
The
looks like,
observing has
considering,
been
again,
not
this is
great
another hero
the last
rifle.
few
There
days for
is
EU.
nothing
Is
else
EU
really to
observing
play
is
with.
usually good.
Yeah, you see
Am I
those
just
players
hating?
outside the barrier, you know you've got a battle on your hands, especially with that weaker buy with the rifle in play for Team Liquid being in Kiko's hands. And now they've got another bolstering the buy. Camo, he's taking a lot of damage,
Watch Big
as has
Uso.
Patitech,
Oh,
and
no.
the
They know
snake
more?
bites enough
They know,
to finish him
yeah,
off.
the
They
faces.
knew Patty's in the corner. And that's a disaster for a great start. Some weapons recovered as well. They
They're
end up
busy
in a
worried
2
about the
versus
PCs,
3
that's
from what
true.
was just
Too much
moments
going
ago
on.
an advantage.
You see Durka and Trex drama? Yeah, we talked about it all
From a
earlier.
round where you started with one rifle,
Thank you for the resub.
it's not a
Let's
bad
focus.
position to try and fight back
3v3.
from. The main thing will be is can either of these players quickly find an individual duel. Chronicle on the angle, Prowler even puts through, and well, the first shot
shit.
not connected, but Chronicle
Good
and
trade.
Kayak will combine. Fnatic convert.
That was a
Lead
4v5
taken.
as well, right?
After what was a hot start from Team Liquid, Fnatic are climbing back into this one.
Just excellent utility coming through. Crashies being able to seize those players in screens.
3v5.
Again, yeah, we start the round out, and it looks like somewhere that
was
we
it?
didn't even see the opening pick. That's how quick it was. Somewhere that they shouldn't have too much to say, but after the opening pick,
3v4.
after the advantage then found so concretely, losing those 2 players in screens just puts a massive wrench in the works. And Again, if it doesn't come down to that
All right,
seize,
full buy. There's
to
an
the
op on
snake
camo.
bite from Chronicle, and then the deep swing on screens to finish off Patatek, we could have had a much bigger headache for the squad.
Drift Online, Showstopper as well, is looking like maybe a potential weakness being pressured here from the side of Fnatic, because this is again looking like a much more direct early take. They've done the same with Chronicle, already making that rotation over. This shot needs to be connected, and while Camo has to just escape that one,
Who's watching? Okay, I have a right to be mad. What the fuck is happening there?
Over. This shot needs to be connected, and while Camo has to just escape that one,
Who's watching? Okay, I have a right to be mad. What the fuck is happening there?
Is just quick enough. And now with the Cosmic Divide, there were 4 ults in this round. Fnatic have already used a couple of them. But with a post plant and a man advantage, it's a good spot. And an even better one found.
Winning all their duels, and it's that opening shot missed, the Showstopper being able to find its mark on backside. Usually, we can even look at a Showstopper and say, as long as you're taking the space on the back of it,
what even happened, bro?
that's all that
We
really
missed
matters.
everything, dog.
But he does that and then some with the trade out and the immediate flood in from his teammates. Now, Serial's obviously looking to save this rifle. They've sent out Chronicle to hunt him down, but looks like Serial will thread the needle. The rifle will be carried through the next.
Me and you, brother. We missed everything.
A weakness.
We're in this together, bro. We see the same thing, dog. You're not getting a different POV than me.
Towards it, that B site crumbling in the early round a couple times now.
Yeah, it seems like a spot that they're not only willing to fight for in most rounds, whether it be a lurk or with an aggressive take, but the second they had the ults online, you could see the whole team was built up. Chronicle again just going, okay, I'm just going to place my util and then immediately look to just go back and join the team. They had no point in that round where they knew they were going to go back. At no moment. They knew they were heading straight in towards the B site. With it working out wonderfully.
Really
the late lurk through mid.
Let's keep it up. Good comms, good Razor AF here. That's what we like to see. Value.
And it really is. It's value there. Also, Kayak with a great read timing-wise on that deep swing.
I missed everything, fuck.
That could spell out doom for Team Liquid if they can't find a solution.
Is that a Doom helmet? I'm sorry, I'm uncultured.
I think for them, 4 rounds in a row. 5 of the last 6 after what was a solid start. We mentioned it, when it comes to this map in particular for Fnatic, 8-4 is where the first half has gone the last 3 times or 4 times, sorry, they played it, and the 5th was a 9-3. So they did end up losing that one, which is kind of absurd. It was
Can you play ranked now and watch do this later is crazy.
But now at least it's proving potentially
5 more days for the new Doom. Is that pretty hype?
I don't think have been particularly close for the side of Liquid, the more direct takes with that double duelist combo, but then Chronicle has just been fantastic. And I note as well, when he is going with the team,
that's in the RuneScape game. I saw a little bit. Didn't give much RuneScape vibes, but I haven't seen enough maybe.
That's the easy work for Chron.
The other thing that's kind of surprising is the fact that the Kiko Alpha head-to-head has been swinging convincingly in Kiko's favor, whether it's the early
You don't want to go to
fight or the
Rainforest
late one.
Cafe? How the fuck you know about Rainforest Cafe?
Time and time again, and the reality is for Fnatic, having Alfier be quiet or be shut down early and still delivering convincing rounds is remarkable.
There you go, a 36% chance for this round, because there is a single rifle once again. Kiko has been set up multiple times in an attempt to be the hero. The rest of the team just almost looking to try and set him up, but they flash Boaster off.
This is Ego? Half by.
They still held the ground. Alfia also just holding into B main with that attack side operator. And on the other side of the map, they already have an awful lot of space.
Keiko has the Hero Vandal.
This fight, though, even a trade wouldn't be great here for Alfie.
Nice
yeah,
fall.
Immediately I like it. Just reposition to a
Well
new
played.
spot. Even a stun behind it as well. Fnatic are making sure nobody's pressuring that up.
And the last time they had that one rifle, it was Kiko swinging into B main, taking that aggressive duel. So the adjustment here of saving the op, which was a last-minute decision, they did juggle it into a position where they could have that conversation. But the fact that he goes then posts up and says, all right, maybe they're going to have Kiko swing with the rifle again. I'll be waiting. And this time he would have won the duel. Instead, that rifle's towards the A site. And Fnatic gearing up to execute into it. Nats on standby too. He's seen them. Snakebite's going to go down. 30 seconds as well. This utility is going to delay them by a little bit.
I like the use of the dimensional drift. I think going in this late to a round, you need to know where your opponents are. Kayak trying to make things more awkward. In fact, Even looks to try and take the duel. 15
Rocket.
seconds. Nats is the one to find the kill, and even a showstopper thrown
Big.
in, which does eventually catch out Crashies. 10 seconds. Fnatic have left it so late to try and get something
Big.
done, but the spam actually helps out, and now needs a little
Wow, he
bit
picked
more.
up
But
the gun,
straight
scammed
through the
them.
smoke. It will
That's
be Nats
tough. What
to
could they
take
do
down
even?
that planter. Well,
Damn, they
the
stole that
pace
round.
goes thrifty coming through for
They
Liquid.
stole that round.
That extra, what was it, 9% definitely helped them out.
The Viper rolls as well,
100%.
huh?
You know, what really helped them out
Yeah.
here is they didn't have the credits, but they had the ult economy.
The
fact that
Viper
after
ult
first
was
pick,
big.
Showstopper can be pulled
Wait,
through,
the
not
Viper
even
ult was
acquired there. It was
actually
already online
huge.
coming in, and then
What a
Viper's pin
smart
is there. And that
Viper
boxes these
ult.
players in to a tiny corner. Even the attempt to body block just ends up with 2 kills going in the other direction for Team Liquid. Well, it's not the first time we've seen an impactful late round Viper's pit from Nats in that kind of position. This one has a different flavor to it. They have been defeated in so many of these rounds, but now they could be right back on the horse. For Fnatic, an op bot up, it's Chronicle on that lurk towards the A site. As again, they'll look for this B main pressure, but it's not Kiko that they'll meet, it's Camo.
The
Off angle.
expectation now is that the defense will be aggressive on some part of the map, and while the boombot is going to
Wow,
give
it
the
came
game
out
away.
perfectly.
Although Serial is still at the back of sight.
Need that back.
Nothing really being
Fatal.
spotted for
Alright,
now.
so what do they do?
Ultimates
They took B main
mirrored once
control,
again,
now they're
just
walking
the
up mid.
Nightfall available.
And
for
it's
either
contact
side.
play. Chronicle has an op, by the way, on
Managed to
A.
find a lot of space towards middle. It's only now that
50 seconds.
seems like
They have
some
full mid
presence is
control.
being thrown
So they
in
can
from
split
Serial.
either
I think
side.
they've
I guess
definitely
they
made the
fake one side
realization,
and go the
okay, we
other.
could have lost
My
Heaven,
guess?
so we'll reclaim that with a Prowler.
No.
The only problem is the timing for Fnatic, if they claim Heaven now, could
They're
actually
just
be
gonna
sublime.
go A with the fatal.
Stopped the cross by Nats.
Will they?
Oh.
I mean, defenders don't really have info.
There's an idea now that Nats should stick around.
20
there was
seconds.
a gap. That gap is now closed.
Molly,
Nats
potentially.
spots them on the cross.
Off
Almost loses
angle.
his life or his trouble. Kiko under heavy pressure on the backside.
Good
There's a
flash.
response.
TP'd.
The
Wow,
shots
he gets
need to land
that?
for Kiko. He'll grab one. 12 seconds again. Time pressure on
Fade,
from
big.
Fnatic.
Planner.
Players flooding into the site. The plant
Oh,
being
it's
stuck,
labored.
and it will be acquired. But these players are out in the open, easily taken down by Team Liquid. As again, the clock puts too much pressure on
The clock
Fnatic
did
for
put a
those
lot of
takes to be
pressure.
comfortable.
I said it early in the game, it's always the thing with Fnatic on this attack side that makes me nervous, is they like to play the clock very slow, especially if they don't meet any resistance. They're almost waiting for that trigger, like that thing to go, okay, now we go. And well,
I mean, to
it
be honest,
came
the
so late
execute
in
was
this round. I
solid,
think it was
but
a
the fact
shot
that
by
Raze got that
Chronicle
first kill was
that
insane.
the first
I
sort
feel like
of
that first
piece
kill
of the
did it a
puzzle, but
lot.
I also really like
Like,
as well
I
the
feel like I'm
targets
surprised.
that were chosen there by Liquid, because
You saw that. I'm glad you did though.
while there are people sort of planting,
Pause.
a lot of the time when the clock gets low, you're going to rush in to try and deny that. Liquid didn't do that. They went, okay, we
So are
already
you
have
okay?
a
You
good
look
advantage
different?
in this round.
Don't say
Let's
that, bro.
take
I'll
out the
start freaking
dangers.
out.
And the last guy
I
still
guess his name
has
is
to
Terry
stick that
Glazer
plan. I mean,
1,
let's
2,
go,
3.
we win
He
the
probably
round.
knows me
So
better than myself.
I think just good
I am okay.
decision making in terms
I
of the
didn't sleep so
targets that they
great,
chose,
but
and while
otherwise I'm
right
fine.
back up to level, the 8-4 is not happening.
And I think also great usage of the timeouts from Team Liquid. The idea to just pump brakes and wait for aggression.
Who in China
Fnatic
has
were
qualified
waiting,
for Toronto?
as you
Isn't
said,
it Billy
across the map,
Billy?
expecting
Actually, I
aggression,
don't know.
expecting someone from Team Liquid
I
to make
actually
a
have no
mistake,
idea
and
who
that would be
qualified
their
from China.
trigger.
Let's
That
see.
would be their go moment. But they didn't have that. And Team Liquid perfectly reading into that, hey, they're waiting for us to make mistakes. Let's just run the clock down. Let's make them play late into the round, no info. And the most that they had really was seeing a player's screens, seeing Nats up in heaven. Then even the player on site's going to catch you off guard, as you don't expect them to have made those heavier rotations, but those deeper plays on B. The information kept by Serial with the more aggressive B hold. Being forced back early on by Alphier, it didn't actually have the impact that they wanted. It didn't force anybody to overthink, to commit to that site. Now they're going to look for another solution. I think the slow play has to be put on the back burner.
Well, B has been a really
Why
good
is it not in the
spot for Fnatic
categories?
so far
Holy
in this
fuck.
match.
What the fuck just
Of course,
happened?
this time not having the ultimates to play with, but
It's over, but
that would be
still,
my
the categories should still
expectation.
be there,
Try and
no?
challenge. Serial's had a bit of a quiet game. A lot of that is that he hasn't had many fights to take, currently 2 and 4, which going into round number 11 is a bit of a weird scoreline to have.
Right column? Oh, okay, okay.
But
Never
now, though,
mind.
it is patient from that defense. When you have the operator with vision over middle, It's been a fairly free spot on the map for Fnatic to take thus far. Well, it will be again.
Yeah, this is the same sort of play we're looking at. Players on the extremity holding, and then aggression in middle.
Orb down.
And the reposition from Camo as he gate crashed out with the utility thrown
was
his
a bad-
way, but when he
I don't like
swings
how he
in
peeked
with
it, but
that
that was a
off,
nice shot.
Crashies is there waiting. Now they've got their
He
opportunity.
like crouched
Player
into his
down,
peak or
but the
something
B
weird.
side
I
that
don't
they're
know.
looking at already
I feel like
has
he needs to slice the
reinforcements.
pie
Patatech
like a little bit
rotated into
less.
heaven
It was
to
too
cover
wide.
this off. Snakebite down from Nats.
I don't know. It could
He's
have
getting
worked, I
aggressive. They
guess.
both are. They're waiting as the
Oh,
smoke
take that.
fades, and they'll take down Crashies. That's the spike right in front of them. Nats picking them off
Nats.
one by one, and it's a four-piece already. An ace on the cards.
Nats.
It's Kayak to deny, but the round.
Yeah, the
Reinforcements,
pie,
Patatech
like, a little bit
rotated into
less.
heaven
It was
to
too
cover
wide.
this off. Snakebite down from Nats.
I don't know. It could
He's
have
getting
worked, I
aggressive.
guess.
They both are. They're waiting as the
Oh,
smoke
take that.
fades, and they'll take down Crashies. That's the spike right in front of them. Nats picking them off
Nats.
one by one, and it's a four-piece already. An ace on the cards.
Nats.
It's Kayak to deny, but the round
Damn.
goes to Liquid anyways.
Yeah, that's just popping off. We've seen it so many times
Let's see
throughout
that
this
again.
last few months. I think he's been having a great time in terms of individual form, given the speeches as well, but that timing
Wow,
for
third kill, huh?
Crashies was unfortunate.
The third
And when you
kill.
know that your opponents have to sort of run back into your crosshair,
Big.
that's when Nats really is the most dangerous player, maybe in our whole region. 6-5. Liquid, after being 5-3 down, take a pause, win 3 in a
Off
row,
on camo.
and could go in with the
Let's see
lead
what
at the
Fnatic
half.
do.
Perfect
main
read from
control.
Liquid as well. Once you've rotated that third player into
Camo's
position,
opping
your
here.
A side is so light that
What's that
an
angle?
aggressive play has to be made, and using the pullback smoke to catch them off guard, not just with one. We've seen
Careful.
Nats do that with his orb
Smoke
in the
mid.
old version of Viper many a time, but having the second player of Patatech there, they could push
Yep.
down through mid and take the
Play chamber. All right, here we go.
Round 8 or so. It definitely made a difference. We saw that change to punish the slower play style of Fnatic, and it didn't look like there was any solution being found.
I think it's something that needs to be highlighted more. It's just the Liquid coaching staff with
Okay,
like,
here we
their
go.
counterplays, their ideas, and what they're coming up with have been fantastic all the way through the year so far. Even implementing a new player for stage 2 and still looking like they're one of the favorites to make it to Toronto.
Sorry,
That's what's on the
water
line
good?
in this match.
Low-key
Both
kind of hits
squads
sometimes. Focus.
looking to play in and while Crashy's under pressure.
It's Camo going in for it, but Kayak's there to greet him and plenty of players to swing with. A big fight on the backside.
Yeah, we didn't
with
see
a
anything
triple
again,
kill
but
under
that's
his
okay.
belt. Kayak may have pulled him
They
across
got
the line
owned.
here. Hungry for that international appearance is Serial with 32 HP is the last man standing. Coming in with a 2-round deficit, the pistol will certainly help you remedy that right off rip. With everybody on high HP, this is quite the challenge.
Trying to find an isolated duel. More Boaster is exactly
Nice.
that. Wow, okay. At the speed of sound, Alfia is there behind. As
What does that
Fnatic
mean,
to
Dick?
get themselves the pistol over the line. And yeah, you sort of mentioned it in the moment. One of the things that was almost peculiar to me is looking at Kayak as a player that is yet to make it to an international.
Sarah, can I
but
tell people
it
you're
just
my
doesn't
cousin?
feel that way. I think part of it
Is
is
it
the
gonna help
caliber
you?
of players around him, but also just the fact that this guy went on the Ascension run. I feel like I've seen so much.
Tell him you're my brother, bro.
from him as
I
a
got
player.
you.
He had big.
If you need me to
boots fill.
FaceTime them as well, I got you.
Well, he has been filling them. And on the other side of things, no matter what, we will have one of our rookies
Let's not go over the
making it
top. Why not, bro? If we're gonna go in, let's go in.
over to Masters
Stay in your lane,
Toronto.
my bad.
For now, though, not much of an investment. Nats with a little bit extra on the
Oh,
ghost.
they caught him.
Okay, then.
Nat's doing his best
Wait, what's happening?
impression. It's not
I looked
quite a
away for 1
classic,
second.
but it'll do the job. With Team Liquid taking down 2, a rifle in the hands of Camo. This round is far from a certainty for the defenders. In fact, this could be a major upset to the flow of this early half. They could have bridged the gap, but instead they are left miles apart.
God, not the eco.
Team Liquid looking like 8-6 with a big economy boost.
How did both of those guys
And
get a
it's only
kill?
Boaster who stands in the way. I mentioned he was tied up for the highest clutch
tough, man.
percentage.
It's playing for
Beat it
heaven
a
as
lot
well.
more than his opponent. But this one, they're playing it perfectly. Off Patatek's contact, a big swing, and he doesn't even need
The
any
first
help.
kill on was it Alpha?
They get 3 rifles out of that as well.
Damn.
Like, that wasn't a light investment from Fnatic. When not going into a round where it's like, oh, okay, they went in with a lot of pistols, SMGs, they went in with maybe a shotgun or 2. No, they had rifles.
Wait, I
to
looked
play
away
with.
during the
They
replay.
lose an
Damn it.
immediate opening duel
I have to focus on the
Nats
game.
with a
It's happening.
Match found. Choose your agent. Match found. Select your agent.
Nothing stays hidden from me. Nothing.
Cypher, I am not kidding. If you take my picture, I will fry that thing. Just try me. Gotta go! I'm out of here! Go, go, go! I'm out of here.
Right here. Right here.
Where are you?
Right here. Gotcha. Enemy spotted A.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
Right here.
Sweet dreams, asshole.
Gotta go.
An injured dog bites hard. Careful.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Gotta go.
Quick feed, quick trigger.
Find you.
Here.
B.
Spike planted.
Enemy down.
One enemy remaining.
Thanks.
Flawless.
Lola, I know you'd be proud.
Hesitation is for amateurs. Let's go.
Reloading.
Go, go, go.
Now, where to set
Reloading.
up shop?
Gotta go.
Cage triggered.
Where are you?
Enemy B.
Bring them down.
Spike planted.
Still in sight. We'll catch them.
Enemy got cage triggered.
Prepare. Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Take this. I'm out of here. Reloading.
My ultimate is ready. Spike defused.
Reloading.
Blink and they'll catch up. Stay alert. They crash against our wall. The hunt begins!
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted A.
Reload. Last player standing. Flawless.
They're usually distracted once I reveal them. Make sure you take advantage. Oh, this is a nice spot.
Right here. Right between the eyes.
Still in sight. Spike down A.
Bring them down.
Take this!
One enemy remaining.
Where is everyone hiding?
I'll find you.
Spike planted.
We'll catch them.
Prepare for hellfire!
Last player standing.
Still waiting.
Clutch.
You can't kill a nightmare.
Malma. Who would have thought the Nightmare Lady would be so scary? That goes there.
Right here. Multiple.
Here. The hunt begins.
Spike planted.
Cutting their vision. Enemy B. Reloading.
Enemy spotted me. Reloading.
See nothing.
Last player standing.
Let's go. Uheka, don't get stabbed. Bad way to go.
Need equipment. Need equipment.
Yes, this should do.
Thanks. Multiple enemies B. Open up the sky. Deep fried.
Reyna killed.
One enemy remaining.
Nora, I will see you again.
Spike spotted B.
They're just batteries. And I need a recharge.
This goes here. That goes there. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. This goes here.
Time to work.
Cage triggered.
Right here.
The hunt begins. Got you.
Enemy.
Cage triggered. Tripwire destroyed.
One enemy remaining.
Stammer.
You were so close.
I'll teach them to respect their elders.
Ah, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. That goes there.
Where are you? I'm out of here. Go, go, go! Take hold.
Launching smoke.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Wiped clean.
Dreams are a funny thing. One little twist, and it all turns dark.
I need this. My thanks.
Gun here.
Gun here. Smoke's down. Enemy spotted A. Right here. Down and out.
Stim beacon here.
Bring them down.
Spike planted.
Where is everyone hiding?
Multiple enemies.
Prepare for hellfire!
I'll remove.
One enemy remaining. Reloading. Stealing sight. Last player standing. Clutch.
Where will they go this time? I need this. My thanks.
Go, go, go!
This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, that goes there. This goes here.
Gotta go!
Right here.
The hunt begins. Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
Down you go.
Spike planted.
Stim
beacon down.
Watch out!
Last player standing.
Enemy A. Back up. My ult's ready. Here we go!
Last round in the half.
Reloading.
Spend everything. Hoarding money is useless now.
I need this. My thanks. Yes, this should do. That goes there. This goes here. Oh, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. They will cower.
Right here.
Cage triggered.
Nightmare takes them!
Marked one. Where are I?
Molly.
Multiple enemies A.
Spike planted.
Right here.
More.
Out of charges. Enemy A.
Last player standing. Switching sides.
Whatever happens, Sakin. Don't panic. Trembling is bad for your aim.
Hello. You know what to do.
I'm out of here. Reloading.
Enemy spotted A.
Satisfying.
Wow, my eyes are down. Trick shots.
One enemy remaining.
Wait a moment.
Right here. Plant the spike. Enemy spotted
Flawless.
I'll find you.
No one left to send a message. Oh well.
My city needs me. I can't be away for long. Let's send this quickly.
No more charges left.
Hello?
Finished.
No hard feelings.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
We crushed it! Should we...
Celebrate or something?
Drink some water, reload your mags, and let's get back out there.
Need a drop. Need a drop. Thank you.
Together. Smoke's down.
Cage triggered. Cage triggered.
Spike planted.
Enemy down.
Multiple enemies B. Right here. Smoke's down.
Reyna killed. Give me a cop. Wait. Caught one. My ultimate is ready.
See ya.
Tripwire destroyed.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
That was clean.
Keep it up. Reloading. Hi. Fight's not over, you know. Spike's here.
Right here.
I need this.
Watch and learn.
Spike down B.
Sleep. Enemy B.
One
Enemy
down.
B. Last player standing.
Get ready. I go fast. Reloading.
Hello. Hello.
I will find you.
Launching smoke. Launching smoke.
The hunt begins.
Many enemies B. Watch out!
Last player standing.
Shoot the bad guys. How's that for a plan?
Need a drop.
Spike's here.
Need a drop.
Spike's here.
Thank you. Where are they? I'll find you.
enemy remaining.
I planted the spike.
There. There.
Prepare for help! Let's ruin their day.
They are mine.
Here we go! Spike down B.
Running low.
There, take them!
Mark 2.
Still in place.
Last player standing.
I can't see them yet, but I can feel them getting ready.
Move!
I'll find you.
Cage triggered. Where is everyone hiding? Planted the spike. Cage triggered.
One enemy remaining.
Here.
Out of here.
Not so tough after all.
Gotta go!
Match point.
The day is almost ours. Take it! Reloading.
Dr. Santos, you have a message from the
Reloading.
station at Central TV. Dr. Santos,
Reloading.
to Central TV.
Ah, break's over.
Cutting the ring. Where are you? Still back.
Right here.
Reloading.
1 by 1. Enemy defender spike is down.
I have retrieved the spike.
Spike down A.
Enemy defender spot. I got spike.
Last
Carrier's
player
down.
standing.
My smokes can block the enemy's line of sight. Once they're blind, we move. Reloading.
I need this. I need this. My thanks.
Launching smoke.
I'll find you. Harun Dervish. Take hold.
Our spike carrier is killed.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Now we're cooking.
Please stay alive. I hate making new friends.
I need this. My thanks.
Reloading.
Their fears betrayed them.
Cage triggered.
Prepare for hellfire.
Planted the spike. Ultimate is ready. Give me a corpse. Just wait a moment. Where is everyone hiding?
Face your fear!
One enemy remaining. Attackers win.
హలో దాంట్లో చేంజ్ అయింది. ఇప్పుడు మనం ప్లగిన్ చేసినప్పుడు పాపప్ అవుతుంది చూడు సెట్టింగ్స్, దాంట్లో 2 మ్యూట్ ఉన్నాయి మైక్.
Match found.